arrived in Lewa, a remote part of northern Kenya. The keepers have been travelling for over 10 hours and taken several flights to get here. They've come to Lewa because visitors to Longleat have been raising tens of thousands of pounds each year to ensure the charity the Tusk Trust can continue its vital work.
To go out and actually experience working with Tusk, which is quite close to my heart. It's one of these charities that just does so much good throughout the continent. It'll be incredible to meet the people on the ground out there that have to deal with poachers in an everyday life.
People like Sarah Watson, Director of Programmes for Tusk.
Human beings can't live alone. We have to be able to live with the wildlife, with the habitat, and we have to be able to find ways to make it sustainable and achievable. And Lewa is one model that's proven that. And so the more that we can instill this here and across the rest of Africa, the more hope there is for, basically for the people and wildlife of Africa.
One of Lewa's biggest successes has been with the southern white rhino. Once on the brink of extinction with less than 100 in the whole world, the conservation miracle here has raised their numbers globally into the thousands. Back home in Wiltshire, the park has struggled in recent years to get the species to breed. Their male, Njanu, isn't mating with the 3 females he lives with. Experienced keeper Kevin has a theory.
We were hoping that they would breed within just a couple of years. The main reason really is to do with Njanu. I think he's just too nice an animal, really.
Any animal in captivity will behave differently to their wild cousins. But in Africa, Darren will be on the lookout for information that could help his challenges back at home.
The Lewa Conservancy is an absolute conservancy haven for white rhino and black rhino, and it's really crucial for us. We have white rhino at Longleat, and we've tried very hard over the last few years to encourage them to breed. Not been successful with that yet, but here they are the masters. We're on a bit of a research mission here. We're going to find some stuff out and hopefully take that home with us.
The vast conservancy is patrolled daily by a dedicated team of rangers like Ian.
Just grab my gear, which is the camera, GPS and the radio, and then grab my motorbike. And then I go around.
Monitoring the animals for their health and well-being is the reason for his relentless patrol.
Any sightings of the key species that I'm looking at, I take a look at them, also rate them, give them their body condition score, and then move on to the next species that I find.
Ian is passionate about his work and observes our place in the Earth's fragile ecosystem.
We came into this planet and took over, but wildlife is such a beautiful thing, and to be working close with amazing creatures like this, wildlife is just amazing.
Every day, his findings are fed into the computer back at Lewa HQ.
Found a few buffaloes, got a few rhinos, about 10 rhino. See, these ones are very healthy, very healthy.
Ian's interest in wildlife began with a visit to Nairobi National Park.
When I was a young boy, I used to go see the animals. Of course, they're in cages, but like for a young person, I was quite fascinated to see lions so close. When I grew up, I knew that I really wanted to work with wildlife. I wanted to do something to protect this species. And luckily, I went to school for that, and here I am.
Darren is keen for Ian to show them wild rhino and share his expertise.
How are you doing?
Very well. How are you?
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Thank you for this. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Thank you. Good man.
Wow,
Thank you.
great.
Come and meet the team.
All right.
Good.
How are
Thank
you?
Not too bad.
Good.
This is Polly, who looks after our rhinos.
Wow, awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Let's go and find some rhino.
A total of 157 black and white rhinos thrive here at Lewa. Due only to the constant vigilance of rangers like Ian, rhino here are seemingly safe from the ever-present threat of poachers, which stalks many parts of Africa.
One of our big concerns all the time is the poaching and the evil taking of the rhinos' lives. I mean, how do you monitor here that the rhino is safe? I mean, because you haven't lost any, have you, last year?
No,
So
we haven't lost any in the last
Brilliant.
3 years.
Hey, well done. Yeah.
And we're very happy and excited because, but it takes a lot of work.
Yeah.
Rangers,
Yes.
security, intelligence,
Yes.
all that.
They're now
There's
here.
rhino
We
there.
have rhino they're just here.
The first one, that's a small calf. And then the lady is Rosie. And then the big guy behind there, that is Owen.
Oh, one.
Yeah, Owen.
Keen to compare them to his rhino back at home, Darren wants to know more about this wild family.
And is that unusual to see the bull with the female?
For white rhinos, they are quite social.
Okay.
In fact, even this is a small group. At times, you'll find that even the cousins are there, and you'll find 5 to 6.
Well, that's good to see. That's good to see.
It's an opportunity for Darren to discuss his captive group of rhino and his male, Njanu.
Our male lives very comfortable. There's not really much aggression. It's very almost brother, sistery, cousin-y. You want him to be a bit, hey, come on, girls, and he's not.
And he's not, yeah. With them, you have to have more than one. If there are 2 males, at least they'll want
Yes.
something. They'll want to compete. Then
Yes.
the better chances of it mating, and this one has to wait. So, like, it will trigger that sense of, like, reproduction.
But birth is only the beginning of the story. Here, young calves are vulnerable to attack.
Once they are born, there's everything that wants to eat that. Rhino, there's hyena, there's lion, there's even sometimes you'll find a pack of wild dogs just chasing after rhino.
Wow.
The mother is defending the calf, plus the male rhino is also chasing
He'll
her.
come in to defend.
Yeah,
That's an impressive horn the male has, isn't it, over
yeah,
there?
yeah.
And it's the horn the poachers are after. Tusk and Lewa are working hard to change opinions here. Several rangers were once poachers.
When the calf is born, the rangers have a right to name it.
That's brilliant.
And then they give us the names of their families. They give us the names of their mothers, the names of their wives, children, fathers, and it's important to create that attachment with these animals, because once you do that, you're no longer looking at Rhino X. You're looking at Sophie, you're looking at Callum, you're looking at somebody who you can put an attribute to. And also one important thing to note is that they name them also depending on their behavior.
Oh, do they?
So, yes.
So
Sometimes you'll find a rhino being called Mpole, which means very gentle in Swahili.
Oh, okay. Do you get some called Grumpy? And,
we have Mkali.
Mkali.
That means very tough.
Although Ian and his team seem to be winning the battle with poaching, as our keepers will see later, it requires a huge amount of coordination,